Great. Well, we have still lots of people jumping on here, and man, am I excited for tonight, Paul. We have our new friend, my new friend, Eva Angelopoulos, Eva Marie Angelopoulos, who I had the distinct pleasure of getting to know a little better in Dallas recently. And I reached out to Eva, well, Paul and I did, and said, hey, would it be cool if you came and did some training for our people? You've been in this game for a long time. And she accepted without issue. That's awesome. And I'm so excited because sometimes we think that you have to be connected financially or whatever. But she kind of agrees with Paul and I's thoughts that let's just help each other grow this thing and so on. So she graciously accepted our invite to come on and train tonight. So Eva, a little bit about Eva. Eva was a traditional, and her husband Chris were traditional business owners, and they opened and operated 43 different businesses. And then they were introduced to network marketing, and she was like, aha, here's where I can have it all. Here's where I can have time freedom and financial freedom, and I can help others do the same. So that's where she began her journey, is to build amazing organizations. She's a great leader. She's a wonderful person. Had the pleasure of meeting her husband, Chris, as well, who supports her 100% in her journey. They're an amazing couple. I'm very, very grateful to have her on this call where she has decided to talk to us tonight at our meeting place about what to do if you're launching your SuperPatch business or what to do if you're relaunching your SuperPatch business. So without further delay, it's my distinct pleasure to introduce and give to you our guest speaker tonight, Eva Angelopoulos. Eva, take it away.
Great. Thank you so much. And it was a pleasure meeting you and Paul and hanging out with you guys. And you're certainly a lot of fun for sure. So I can't wait till we get back together again. And thank you for trusting in me, right, to come on to this platform and, and to speak out and to pour into people. So thank you for that. I appreciate both of you very much. And thank you for the leadership and all that you guys have done, because you all have paved the road, right? We show up and there's concrete down and there's blacktop, right? And there's nice little, trees along the side of the road, and there's, landscaping. And I'm sure when you all came in, it was dirt and rocks and boulders, and right? Because that's what happens when you build a business from the very beginning. So if there's any business owners on here, you'll know what I'm talking about. So thank you for paving the road so nicely. So as we join and other people come in after us, it's a smoother road. So thank you for that. And again, welcome everyone. If you are brand new here tonight, welcome to the SuperPatch family. This is, oh my gosh, we've won the lottery here for sure. So welcome. And if you're not new and you've been here for a minute, welcome anyways, right? Welcome to relaunching the business. You know what I fell in love with about network marketing is this is the only business that you can do over, right? When we were opening up our brick and mortars, we were spending anywhere between $500,000 and 1.2 per location. There was no doing over. If you didn't get it right and you didn't make it, you lost it, right? And what I love about network marketing is, first of all, it's a minimal investment. So maybe that's why some people really don't take it serious, because it is such a minimal investment, right? And the other thing too is you get to reboot. You get to start over if for some reason you didn't achieve what you wanted to achieve when you got in. So I'm going to share a little bit of the journey and what I learned to do, and most important, what not to do in network marketing. So even though I had a lot of success in traditional businesses, this is a whole different animal here, right? Because here there are no employees. There is no, competition like it was out there, even though we all have different teams, but we're teams within a team, right? And so I had to learn a lot, and I'm so thankful and grateful for that. And I will tell you, I was a very good student when I first joined this industry. I became a sponge and just listened and watched. And what I did is I hooked my wagon to successful people. What does that mean? Well, who do you want to be like? And what I mean by that is, who here has the lifestyle that you want? Who in here has what you're looking to become, right? So I look at leaders like Terry and Paul, and I see Kathy on here somewhere. And there's so many of you. And I don't want to miss anybody, but those are the three that just popped on my screen. And this is who you want to look at and go, okay, are they having the success that I want? And if it's true, then what are they doing that I need to learn how to do, right? So the first thing I'm going to say, whether you're brand new today or you've been in for a minute, and whether you have achieved, what you came here to achieve, or you're still in process, that's okay. Hook your wagon to the leader, to the mentor that you want to be mentored by, the person that you want to grow with. That's very, very important. And then clear the decks. Forget what you knew, forget what you didn't know, forget what you were told, weren't told. It doesn't matter. That's in the past, right? We have an opportunity here to start over, to reboot. So if you did everything right, congratulations. If you did everything wrong, it's okay. Congratulations again. At least you did something. And that's what I love about this industry. It's very forgiving, and you can always start over. And the thing is that you just learn. It's always a journey. It's a process, right? Every turn, every corner has something new, something exciting. And that's how we learn and we grow in this industry. And I will tell you, your income will never exceed your personal growth, ever. So making a lot of money sounds great, but your personal growth has to follow it, right? It's got to go ahead of it in order for it to become that. Now, some of you are here because you absolutely love the product and you love being a part of a team. And man, that is the best ever, right? To just be a part of something bigger than us. Some of you are here simply because, you just want to make a little bit of money, have some fun. You're not interested in big things, and that's okay as well. Some of you are here because you truly want to make life-changing income. Now, having said that, that is different for many, many folks. So this is how I trained myself, and this is how I train our teams today. So the first thing is you want to make sure you know exactly what you want. So what does that look like? So when I first came into network marketing, my goal was to replace all my income, walk away from those traditional businesses, and never look back. And because I was so willing to put my blinders on and to move forward, I was able to do that in my first 6 months in the industry. Now, why do I say that? Not because I knew everything, not because I had special talents, not because I had all the answers, not because I didn't get rejected, but because I was not willing to give up my future for someone else, right? So I wasn't going to allow people to derail me. So I just became a really good sponge. I put the blinders on and I said, this is my chance for freedom, right? And so if that's you, great. You're in the right place. You're here because you're ready to move forward. And so forget what happened in the past. Today's a brand new day. And what I want you to do is know exactly what you want. And I want you to share that with your mentor. A lot of times in this business, we say your upline. Well, your upline could be your sponsor, but they just joined last week. That's not somebody who can take you from point A to point B. I want you to reach up to your successful upline, the most successful upline you have, and call them up and say, so if I'm in Terry's downline, I'm going to call them up and I'm going to say, Terry, I want to be like you when I grow up, right? I want to have it all. I want to be able to be in Mexico hanging out and doing whatever it is he's doing. I mean, kudos to you, Terry. I want freedom, or I want to pay off my house, or, I want to retire early. Will you help me? Because that's why we're here. We're here to help you. So allow us to do the heavy lifting for you as you're growing and as you're developing, right? So once you know what you want, share that with your upline. It's very, very important, because they can't help you if they don't know what you want, right? Number one. Number two, they don't even know that you want something if you don't call them. It's impossible for Paul to call, I don't know, thousands of people in his downline, say, now, do y'all need me today? Or can I continue to do what I'm doing, right? And so that's why it's up to you to reach up to your most successful upline, and share with them your dreams and goals. The other thing is, write it down. Don't text it. Don't email it. Write it down. We learn by 3 different ways. We learn by doing it. We learn by seeing it, right? And we learn by, when you're writing, you're talking it, right? You're talking through it, you're seeing it, and you're doing it. So that's how we learn. So it's very important. If you came to my house right here on top, I'm looking at them right now. I have 3 dream boards. Why? Because I have big dreams and they don't fit on one. And I know everybody laughs, right? But it's true. Don't be afraid to dream. Do you remember when you were young and you were dreaming? You didn't dream about working, 12 hours a day for somebody else. I had a 20-car garage. I had a mansion. I had all these cars in there. I was happening at 6, right? So go back to those dreams. Go back to, those ones that make your stomach feel like there's butterflies in them. What does your home look like? Get a picture of it, put it up there. It doesn't have to be material. It could be your dream vacation, right? Whatever it is, put it in front of you. You have to be able to see it, because if you can see it, right, with your mind's eye, you can achieve it. What happens is your subconscious will remember it, and it'll put it to work when you're not even thinking about it. So that's very important. So if you don't have a dream board, that is a must. 80% of what you put on there will come true. So here's my question to you. What have you got to lose? Think about it, right? Okay, next thing, make sure you have a notebook. If my team is down here, I know they're rolling their eyes right now because I'm a stickler on that. And make sure you have a date book. Why? Because you have to be organized. You can make millions of dollars in this industry with a date book and a notebook. And here's why. First of all, if you work a job, right? Or you have children, you have responsibilities, right? You need to open up that date book and you need to block out all those dates. It's very important. If you have a job, obviously you have to do your job, right? So you can't do SuperPatch during your work. So block that off. If you have children in sports, block that off. Church on Sunday, block it off. Whatever your responsibilities are, block it off. And then everything else that's white, that's clear on that date book, is your time. This is when you work your business. Yes, you can have date night. Yes, you can, do all that. But the rest of the time is work time. Because a lot of times we think about doing something, but we don't actually do it. But because we thought of it, we're like, oh man, I've been working all day. Doing what? You haven't called anybody yet, right? Because we fall into that trap. We've all done it, myself included. So it's very important to keep yourself responsible, right? You look at it and then you know. The other thing is you want a notebook. Why? Because right now, some of you are taking notes. You should have one place for all that. The other thing you need a notebook for is you want to keep your list of names going. So every day you're adding names, right? Maybe you met somebody, maybe you found somebody on Facebook. Just continue to add the names. Your job is to take the names from the notebook and move them into the date book. That means you have an appointment with this person, either to watch the presentation, to attend, a live presentation, or to a Zoom or whatever. And then from there, their name either moves into your back office as a customer or as an associate, or further into the date book for a follow-up. So that's why it's important. And it's important to be able to see it, right? because you're visualizing, you're looking at it. And so it keeps you in check. This is just for you. We're never going to look at and say, hey, show me your date book and your notebook, right? But this is to keep you in check. It's very, very important. And especially if you have other responsibilities and other jobs going on and things like that, it's important to keep yourself organized. And then you don't feel like you're always working, right? And are not accomplishing anything. So that's very important. I have done that since day one in this industry, and I continue to do it today. So when I leave the house, my laptop, my notebook, and my date book go with me. Doesn't matter where I'm going, if I'm going to the store or if I'm going away on a trip. Why? Because I'm going to meet somebody. Everywhere I go, I'm going. My intention is to meet someone. Who am I looking for? I'm looking for sharp, self-motivated, excited people who love to help others. That's all I'm looking for. And if you're sharp and you're excited and I like the way you look, I'm going to give you my business card. I'm going to approach you. If you don't look like all that, I don't want you on my team. I'm not going to talk to you. I'm going to pass you on and let somebody else deal with you, right? Everywhere I go, I leave business cards. Why? Because somebody's going to pick it up and look at it. And even if somebody throws it away, somebody else will pick it up, right? So I have so many customers. I have no idea where they came from. I don't care. I want customers, right? We just don't want associates. Of course, we want associates, but we also want customers. And the other thing too that I want to touch on that I hope will be helpful to you is that stop selling. If you guys are selling, knock it off. That's so annoying. What do I mean by that? Of course, if you have a booth somewhere and you're doing a whatever, of course you're going to be selling, right? But everybody's like on flipping Facebook, buy my patches, do this, blah, blah. I'm like, oh my God, it's so obnoxious. I have been in this industry since 2016. I have never sold one product. Never. You know why? Because if I sell, I'm going to use Terry as an example. If I run into Terry somewhere and I sell him patches, guess what he thinks he has to do? Sell patches. Now, we know we make, I don't know, 15 bucks for every package that is bought, right? 25%. How many patches would you have to sell for a six-figure monthly income? Do the math on that one and tell me if you want to sell products, right? And again, network marketing has a bad name because people think you have to sell. Like we're all these little obnoxious Amway people running around selling product. And that's old school, right? And so I would say be intentional with what you're wanting from your business. So if you're a healthcare provider, if you have a retail store, anything like that, of course you're going to retail product. If you're going to do an event, of course you're going to retail product, right? But I would just be really mindful because you don't want people to think all you're doing is selling, because that's not what we do. And it's easy to fall into that trap. And so be mindful of that, because when you approach someone, you're training them. So whatever you do to them, they think they have to do. So if I'm talking to Terry and I say, Terry, let me tell you all about these patches, and a half an hour later, I'm still explaining, I've already lost him. Terry's like, what the heck, dude? I didn't want to become a rocket scientist. I just wanted my pain to go away, right? It's not duplicatable. He's probably not going to join. He may not even take my call. So I say that because I'm going to use my upline to do that. So if Terry is my upline, right, I'm going to use him for that third-party validation. See, I'm not going to explain it. Terry's going to explain it. And here's why. Because I'm bringing Susie to the table, which is my prospect. And I'm going to say, Susie, this is such an amazing opportunity, but I want you to hear it straight from the top. So I want to introduce you to my business partner. He's actually helping me. We're working together on this. And I know he's going to be able to answer every question you have. And don't be afraid to drill him, because he knows it all, girl. And I'm going to introduce Terry to my friend, and this is how I'm going to introduce. First of all, edification is very, very important. Not because Terry needs to hear how good he is. It's because I need her to understand that he's important and she should listen, right? That's why I'm edifying Terry. I'm also going to edify my friend because I want her to hear how amazing she is, and that's why I chose her to be a part of my business. So it's going to go something like this. I'm going to say, so I have a three-way call going, right? And I'm going to confirm that they're both on, and they're going to say yes. And I'm going to say, Susie, Terry, I want to introduce you to my friend Susie. Always introduce the guest first. And Susie and I go back, a while, whatever your story is. And, her and I were in college together. We're great friends. And I really love her passion for wanting to help people. And I think she's truly looking for something. I know right now she's in corporate and she's not really excited about it. And I think this could be a good fit. And so I wanted her to hear from you. She has seen the presentation. And I'm sure she has some questions. So I'm tuning Terry in so he knows where I've gotten with her, so he knows how to take over the call, right? And then I'm going to say, and Susie, this is my business partner, Terry. And, I met him in this business, and I don't know, whatever your story is with Terry, right? And he's a great support to me. I know he's helped me so many times. And like I said, he has so much knowledge about this company and this opportunity, and I wanted him to share with you. So what I'm going to do, you two, is I'm going to turn over the call to you two. I'm going to mute my line, and I'm going to let you two meet each other and chit chat. So Terry, this is my friend Susie. Susie, this is Terry. And then mute your line, shut up, and take notes. Now, why do I say that? Because let Terry do the heavy lifting. Let him worry about what he's going to say, right? Let him close the deal for me. I don't have to close the deal. I already brought the deal to the table. Now, why am I doing that? Because when we get done off the phone, Susie's going to go, yeah, Eva, but you're so smart, and you know how people tell us, right? Why they can't do it, but we're so better, and that's why we're doing it. And I'm going to say, Susie, what did I do? I sent you a presentation, right? Yep. And then you watched it. Yep. And then what did I do? I put you on the phone with Terry, and then he explained it, right? Yep. Okay. Can't you do that? Can't you send out a link and get him on the phone with Terry? Well, yeah, I can do that. Well, there you go. Well, that's easy. Well, that's it. Do you see how I just simplified it for her? So why wouldn't she join knowing someone else is going to do the work? So that's how I built this business, right? Not because I was the know-it-all. I still don't know it all. You know what? I don't even want to know it all. I could care less. I just want to know who is looking for better physical and financial health. And if they're looking, then I have something for them. And that's it. So, I mean, keep it that simple. That's how I built it. I didn't have high-tech stuff. I don't have secretaries. I recently enrolled someone. They're like, how many people work for you? I'm like, none, thank God. This is a simple business, but everybody complicates it because you want to be the expert. I don't want to be the expert. I wanted to be the expert at shopping and having lunch and hanging out with you guys. That's what I want to be the expert at. Everything else, I could care less. Jay explains how the patches work. Why do I have to do that? He already has a video. Hit play. The more duplicatable you make this business, and the more fun you make it, the larger your team. And we know what happens. The larger the team, right? The more people are having fun, the more people are making money, the more exponential growth you have. So that's how I have built my business. And I went from 0 to 6 figures a month in 6 months. And again, not because I knew anything. That's the magic here. Don't be the expert. Just have fun and let the upline do the heavy lifting. So I hope that's helpful. Terry, I don't know, we can open it up if you have any questions, or if you'd like me to, answer anything else.
Yeah, Eva, that was tremendous. I really resonate with the fact about the third-party validation. I think that is so key in this business, because we tend to want to do so much ourselves, and we get into that trap where we're trying to get someone. instead of setting up somebody that can edify you based on a third-party call as the introducer. And so, we leverage, I think leveraging, upline, if you want to call it. I love business partner. I just think that's a way better phrase. Paul and I are, anybody on my team, I just consider them my business partner. So I think that's a key element to use, a key phrase to use. And I think we have so many things here that we can leverage that can do the work for us. And it really came across to me tonight that you use the tools, you use the things that we have, business partners, videos that are already there for us, instead of trying to do it all ourselves. So that therefore makes it more duplicatable for people that you're bringing into the business. So fantastic. So I want to open it up. Does anybody have a question or a comment for Eva? We'd love to hear from you. You can just hit the little hand button down below and put your hand up. Paul, what do you think?
Yeah, no, that was great, Eva. You touched on so many things. What I loved that you said was, I don't sell patches. I actually made a post about that not long ago in the group. I said, once you figure out that this is not about selling patches, it's about sharing an opportunity or a product, it's night and day of where your business will go, because that's all we're essentially doing. I do not want to stand on the corner and sell patches packet by packet and make 25% commission. No, thank you. I'd be better off somewhere else. So if I can, just change the whole, thought process and try to get people that are interested in a business, let them try the product first. And then are they willing to invest $90 a month, $1,300 a year for a turnkey business that is helping so many different people? That is the way you have to approach this. You did a fantastic job, and, use your upline exactly. Hey, I'm never going to turn down, hey, can you jump on a call and show these people what this is all about? It's like, bring it on. Because
Absolutely.
I'm here.
I feel the same way, Paul. I think you and I have talked about, we would do 3-way calls, meetings all day long for our team members. And we said that time and time again. You bring the people, leverage us, let us help you, close the deal, so to speak. And then it edifies it edifies the person that's inviting the prospect, right? Because they're showing that they trust in you as your business partner to explain the opportunity and the product. So yeah, very, very key. And we
and the other thing too, Terry, that that I didn't mention, that when I turned that 3-way call over to you, right, to the upline, that also, you're also edifying me to my guest.
Exactly. Yeah.
And what an amazing team she would be on, right? And so it's really a win-win for everybody. It's kind of like you're adding somebody to the family, and they're meeting the mom, the dad, the siblings, right? It's a family affair.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I think it's really underused, Eva.
100%.
Really underused. And so I would
100%.
encourage anybody on this call to reach out to your upline, reach out to me. I'm happy to do calls all day. So that's a very, very good point, and well taken tonight. So Cheryl Gauthier, please unmute yourself. Go ahead.
Oh, hi. Great presentation, Eva. I had a question. You said you said that they already watched the presentation. So what would you have sent them already?
I would have sent them the recorded version of the presentation that I do. So I'm sure you guys have recorded presentations that your upline does, and that's what I would send them. And I would say, listen, take a look at this. This is what I say to people. I have my hands on a great opportunity, and I'm looking for people that are looking to improve their physical and financial health. Would this be something you would be interested in? Yes or no. If they say no, then move on, right? So once they say yes, I say, perfect. Let me send you some information to look at. When would you have some time to take a look at the information? So I'm waiting for an answer. When she tells me tomorrow at 3, I'm going to say, perfect. I will send this to you tomorrow at 3. And let me ask you a question. See, I'm always asking questions. So let me ask you a question. I would love to get your opinion on this and follow up with you. Would you like me to follow up tomorrow evening, or would you like me to follow up Wednesday? What would be best for you? It's 24 to 48 hours. So she says, you know what? Yeah, tomorrow night will be great. I'm going to watch it around 3 or so since I don't have to work. And yeah, we can talk tomorrow night. I'll say, perfect. Would you like me to call you about 6, 7, 8? Well, I don't know when your dinner is. What time would you like me to call you? And she'll tell me. And that goes in my date book. So I've sent her the recording of the presentation. And then that's where my follow-up is. Now, at that point, you can say, you know, she's gonna, you know, you're gonna ask her, you know, what did you think? Whatever, right? Blah, blah, blah. You're gonna small talk for a minute. And then I would say, you know, those are some great questions you have. Hang on a second. Let me see if my business partner is available because he's helping me with this and he'll be able to answer all those questions. So hang on a second. Now, the reason I say that, I don't ask for permission. I'm telling them what they're doing. I'm in control of the call. I've already either texted Paul or Terry or whoever your upline is, whoever you're working with, and I'm going to say, listen, I may have a 3-way tomorrow about 7 o'clock. So they're on standby. So when they know that I'm going to call them, they know I'm not calling for the weather, that it's a possible 3-way call, right? And so, so that's kind of how I handle that. So I hope that answers your question. I know I went a little bit further, but I wanted you to get the full picture.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah.
Thanks, Cheryl. Great question. The other
Mhm.
thing that is very clear where you said, Paul, which is a key point, is that, you know, we're sharing an opportunity in a product.
Mhm.
And we become professional sharers. That's what we become, not professional salespeople,
Mhm.
professional sharers.
Mhm.
And I think what we have to really work hard on to people is you can leverage the opportunity call. The slide deck that's available right now for the opportunity call is really, really well done. So if you want to leverage one of the strongest tools as well is the opportunity calls that we're doing here. Paul does one tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern for the UK and for the European Union. That's at 3 p.m. Eastern. So if you know people in Europe or you know people in UK, you don't have to do the work. You just have to invite them on the call and send them the link, right? You just have to jump on the call and send them the link. Secondly, there is a call that we do also at 8 p.m. Eastern as well. And our presenter is Lisa Cito, who's out on the west coast of Canada in Vancouver. Invite your people to that. Leverage that call as well. Do your best to get 2 or 3 people. We do the work for you on those calls. You just have to get them to jump on. And at the end of those calls, we usually have 2 or 3 quick testimonials from people. So those are tools that you can leverage, no different than a 3-way call. Be a professional inviter. Do your best to invite people if they're interested in this to say, hey, can you jump on a call? It should answer most of your questions, and then let's chat after. So,
And Terry, you guys have a schedule of when you're doing all these Zooms, right?
yes, it's also in the new associate handbook that's in the featured section. It gives the call times, everything in the book, but they're the same every week.
So then what you want to do is you guys want to take your date book and put them in there.
Yeah.
You know, and maybe, and I color coordinate my date book. So, and you don't have to do this, but I just, because I'm busy doing life. So I want to keep things straight. So in my date book, anything that's yellow, if I'm opening up my date book, anything yellow is a 3-way call. Anything green, I'm going. A meeting, a presentation, a coffee, or whatever, right? So that's me on the go. If it's orange, then these are scheduled Zooms, you know, and then you can use other colors for work and church and whatever. So that might be helpful. So when I open up my date book, I look at the colors and I know exactly what it means and where I'm supposed to be. So since you guys have a schedule, put them in there because your next presentation is 5 minutes from now. and it might be a recording. Right? If you have a live one, obviously you can take advantage of that, but I'm not going to wait until tomorrow if they're ready to look at something tonight. They're going to look at a recording tonight. And then they'll be on a 3-way call. Does that make sense, you guys? So the next one is like 5 minutes away.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Eva, I have a quick question. Do you use an electronic date book or no, you use the paper one? Okay.
Yes, subconscious does not understand electronics.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thanks, Darlene.
Everything is handwritten, you guys. Mhm.
I think Ian, you had your hand up. Ian, go ahead, buddy.
Hi, Ian.
Yeah, how's it going? Good evening, everyone. I just wanted to, I heard you say, Terry, about the 3 o'clock call that Paul does this for the European Union and UK. That's okay for North America to jump on, obviously, at that time too. Like,
Yeah, 100%. We can build this business worldwide, Ian. So if you know people in anywhere in the UK, European Union area, and you know them, get them this link and get them on the call. For sure.
okay,
Absolutely.
okay, great.
And
I
vice
just wanted to
versa-
make sure that wasn't
vice versa.
exclusively.
Yeah, and
for
vice
them.
versa for them too. They
Okay.
people in North America and want to invite people to our call. We're one team. Let's build this. We got a big job to do, folks. We got a huge job to do to get this on at least 1 billion people. So yeah, absolutely, for sure.
Thank you.
Great question.
And I
So
want to touch up on real quick on what Paul said about not selling products. So write this down, you guys. If you're taking notes, write this down. I am the product. I am the product. My product is the opportunity. What does that mean? If they like me, they're going to go into business with me. My product is secondary. So the patches is the opportunity for them for physical and financial health. But I am the product. It's very important. So you are the product. Your product is the opportunity for better physical and financial health. And if you keep that in mind and you focus on that, you're going to grow the biggest organization that you couldn't even imagine. I mean, keep it simple. Go ahead, Terry. Thank you. I just wanted to touch on that.
Great point. Yeah, that's an awesome thing. I hope you guys all wrote that down. That's amazing, and I'm sure that you'll see that posted in our team group very shortly. Because Paul's usually on it like a hobo on a ham sandwich, so he'll be over that. So, anyways, well, Eva, on behalf of everybody on the call tonight, thank you so much. I'll be looking forward to Paul and I will be looking forward to having you back on in the not too distant future. I think everybody enjoyed this call, and I'd like to thank everybody for taking the time tonight to come to the Monday night meeting place, where we share ideas, we try to bring good value to our calls so that we can all learn and grow together and see the successes that we're each looking for through this opportunity. So once again, Eva, thank you so much. And you're all welcome to unmute and say goodnight to Eva. So thanks again, everybody. Thanks for being on.
Good night, everyone.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks again, Eva. Great job.
My pleasure. Thank you so
Awesome
much.
content.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, Eva.
Thank you, Eva.
Y'all tomorrow.
Thank you, Eva.
Y'all are so cute.
Thank you.
Thank you,
everybody.
Eva. You're amazing.
Yeah,
Don't
thank
forget,
you.
Opportunity calls tomorrow. Let's get people on there. Let's go.
Remember too, it's live in the testimonials group. If people have trouble logging on also, you
Yeah,
can
we
send
run
them
it,
there.
we
We'll have
stream
no
it.
issues.
Yeah, we stream it live in the testimonials group. Good night, all.